You have been influenced by a modern lie. It is a subtle illusion. It feels like relief. It feels like connection. It is the idea that vulnerability is always strength. Society, your friends, and even your therapists tell you to open up, to be an open book, to wear your heart on your sleeve because authenticity attracts trust. They are wrong. In the cold, geometric reality of power dynamics, information is not connection. Information is leverage, and you are handing the tools to the people who may one day use them against you. Robert Greene, the modern strategist who mapped the darker corners of human behavior, understands this clearly. He recognizes that the moment you reveal the architecture of your mind, your fears, your limits, your plans, you cease to be a player and you become a piece on the board. You become predictable, and in the game of power, predictability is defeat. You think you are bonding. They are gathering data. You think you are unburdening your soul. They are noticing the cracks in your armor. This is not paranoia. This is pattern recognition. Look at your own life. How many times has a secret you whispered in a moment of closeness been brought up against you in a moment of conflict? How many times has your honesty been used to influence your guilt? Stop overexposing yourself to people who don't have the capacity to respect what you share. Today we are going to close the gates. We are going to explore the 7 specific pieces of information you should never casually share with anyone. Not your friends, not your colleagues, and often not even your partner. This is the art of strategic concealment. By the end of this video, you will understand why the most influential people in the room are not the ones who say the most, but the ones who are difficult to read. We are going to turn you into a fortress. Before we isolate the 7 things, you must understand the mechanism of mystery. Why are we drawn to the ocean? Because we don't know what is at the bottom. Why do we fear the dark? Because we cannot see what is standing in it. The human mind is wired to respect what it cannot fully comprehend. When you explain yourself, you diminish yourself. When you detail your life, you become mundane. You become common, and common things are treated with indifference. Robert Greene repeatedly emphasizes the value of mystery, strategic ambiguity, and controlled self-presentation. He is telling you to curate, to create a black box around your core self. Input goes in, output comes out. But the processing mechanism, the internal wiring, remains hidden. When people cannot see how you process the world, they cannot influence your process. They cannot press buttons. They cannot find. You must stop viewing conversation as a confessional. View it as a game of chess where every sentence is a move. If you move your queen too early, you lose her. Let's begin with the first and perhaps the most critical lock you must put on your mind. Item 1, your ethical red lines. The ceiling of your harshness. This is the mistake almost everyone makes. You meet someone new. You want them to know you are a good person, so you tell them what you would never do. I could never fire someone. I'm too soft. I could never lie to a client. I value honesty too much. I could never cut off my family. Blood is everything. You think you are signaling virtue. You are actually drawing a map of your limitations. When you tell a manipulative person exactly where your moral line is, you tell them exactly how far they can push you before you break. You show them the wall they can back you against. If I know you can never handle confrontation, I will use pressure to dominate you every time because I know you will fold to avoid the conflict. If I know you can never lie, I will use your honesty to extract secrets, knowing you won't cover your tracks. If I know you can't say no to a favor, I will drain your energy. Robert Greene's framework of power makes this brutally clear. A powerful person must be capable of both restraint and decisive action, depending on the necessity of the moment. That does not mean you should be harsh. It means you should be capable. When you announce your red lines, you are telling the world, Here is where I am weak. Here is where my hands are tied. Keep your ethics to yourself. Be a good person. Yes, act with honor. Yes, but never tell them the extent of that honor. Let them wonder if you are capable of pushing back. A dog that barks is understood. A dog that stands still, watching with no sound. That dog is respected because you don't know if it will lick your hand or react. Maintain the ambiguity of your capability. Let them believe that if pushed, you are capable of anything. That sense of unpredictability is often what protects your boundaries. Item 2. The sweat behind the magic, your effort. We live in a culture that loves to show the work. We post the late nights. We post the grind. We complain about how hard the project was. We want sympathy for our labor. Stop it. There is a concept from the Renaissance courtier, Baldassare Castiglione, called sprezzatura. It means studied carelessness. It is the art of making the difficult look easy. Robert Greene references this principle constantly when discussing persuasion, mastery, and power. When you reveal how hard you are working, how much you are struggling, or how much effort it took to achieve a result, you devalue the result. You make it look heavy. You make it look like you barely pulled it off. If you tell your boss, "I stayed up all night finishing this report," you think you are showing dedication. What he hears is, "I am inefficient and I barely managed to get this done." If you tell a romantic partner, "I spent 3 hours getting ready for this date," you think you are being flattering. What they hear is, "I am overly eager for your approval." Robert Greene and the great strategists of modern influence understood that power must look natural. It must look effortless. It must look like a gift, not a product of panic and sweat. Never share the struggle. Never share the doubts you had at 3 a.m. Never share the near misses where everything almost fell apart. Present the finished product. Present the victory. And when they ask how you did it, smile and say, "It just came together." This creates an aura of competence that borders on the extraordinary. People follow those who make winning look inevitable. If they see you exhausted and working for every inch, they subconsciously classify you as a laborer, not a leader. Hide the accumulation. Reveal only the asset. Item 3, your plan B, the exit strategy. This is a subtle trap. When we are anxious, we like to talk about our backup plans. If this business fails, I can always go back to teaching. If she breaks up with me, I have a place to stay at my mom's. You say this to comfort yourself. But when you share your plan B with the world, you weaken their belief in your plan A. Sun Tzu, in The Art of War, spoke of the point of no return. He said that if you want soldiers to fight with total commitment, you put them in a position where retreat feels impossible. You remove the easy exit. You show them that backing away is not the focus. When you tell people you have a safety net, they stop betting on you. Investors don't invest in a founder who talks about what job he will get if the startup crashes. Partners don't commit to someone who constantly talks about what they would do if they were single. Furthermore, if difficult people know your exit strategy, they can interfere with it. If I know your plan B is to move to a specific competitor, I can damage your reputation with them before I let you go. If I know your plan B is to rely on a specific savings account, I can use that knowledge against your negotiation position. Your escape route is your last line of protection. It must be invisible to the world. You must appear fully committed. You must look like someone who has no choice but to win. This conviction is contagious. It makes people rally around you because they believe you are a force that cannot be stopped, only joined. Keep your parachute hidden under your jacket. If you have to use it, do it. But don't walk around showing everyone the handle. Item 4. The exact extent of your intelligence. Information asymmetry. There is a massive difference between being smart and showing you are smart. The insecure man wants everyone to know he knows the answer. He corrects people. He interrupts. He offers facts. He displays his intelligence like a peacock displays feathers. This is foolish. When you show everyone exactly what you know, you give away your advantage. You show the limits of your data. The Robert Greene strategy is to play the fool, to appear slightly less intelligent, slightly less informed, slightly less observant than you actually are. Why? Because when people think you don't know something, they get careless. They speak freely around you. They are less guarded because they think you won't catch it. They reveal their intentions, thinking you are too slow to understand them. And while they are acting out their play, you are sitting in the audience taking notes. Never let them know you know. If you discover dishonesty, do not rush to confront them with the evidence. That is emotional. That is weak. Instead, keep the information. Act as if everything is normal. Let them continue revealing themselves. Now you have the advantage. You can steer the interaction. You can feed them selective information. You can wait for the perfect moment to respond strategically. Information is a non-renewable resource. Once you say, "I know what happened," the value of that information hits zero. The element of surprise is gone. Hoard your knowledge. Let them explain things to you that you already understand. Ask questions you already know the answers to. Watch how they answer. Are they honest? Are they simplifying it? Are they shaping the narrative? By concealing the extent of your intelligence, you become highly perceptive. You are operating with a full deck of cards while they think. You are only holding a pair of twos. Item 5. Your financial vulnerability or your abundance. Money is not just currency. It is a signaling mechanism for dominance. And in the world of negotiation, knowing someone's true financial position is the ultimate leverage. You must never share the exact state of your finances. Whether you are struggling or whether you are thriving financially, both can create risks. If you reveal you are struggling, you attract opportunists. People will lowball you. They will offer you poor deals because they know you are desperate. They may lose respect for your negotiating position. In our primal brain, financial struggle signals an inability to extract resources from the environment. It suggests weakness. You become a charity case, and a charity case is never given a seat at the throne. If you reveal you are wealthy, you attract opportunists of a different kind. Suddenly the smiling saboteurs appear, friends who need loans, family members who have great investment opportunities, people who want you to pay for dinner. Worse, you breed envy, and as Robert Greene repeatedly emphasizes in Human Nature and Power Dynamics, envy is one of the most destructive emotions in the human arsenal. People may try to undermine you simply because your abundance makes them feel small. The strategy is a strategic fog around your resources. Appear comfortable, not desperate, not flashy, just capable. If you are financially stretched, dress well and speak with abundance. If you're rich, dress modestly and speak of budgets. Keep them guessing. If a client doesn't know if you need the deal, you have the upper hand. If they think you can walk away at any moment, they will chase you. Financial ambiguity allows you to negotiate from a position of psychological strength. Regardless of the numbers in your bank account, pause, breathe. I can feel the resistance rising in some of you. The voice of your conditioning is whispering, "But this sounds so lonely. This sounds so overly cautious. Can't I just trust people?" Listen to me. Trust is a luxury, and luxuries are expensive. You can only afford to trust when you have the strength to handle disappointment. We are not talking about becoming isolated. We are not talking about never having a conversation. We are talking about compartmentalization. You can share your opinions. You can share your jokes. You can share your experiences, but you must never share the keys to your downfall. The items we have discussed so far, your ethical limits, your effort, your exit strategy, your intelligence, your finances, these are the structural beams of your life. If someone damages these, the house collapses. But the next two, the final two, these are the most personal. These are the ones that live in the deepest part of your heart. And because they are so deep, they are the most sensitive to expose. These are the things you whisper in the dark. And these are the things that can return to trouble you later. Prepare yourself. We are going into the core. Item 6, your deepest resentments. The list of difficult people from your past. There is a temptation when we are close to someone to bond over mutual dislike, to gossip, to talk about the people who hurt us, to list the people we resent. I dislike my ex because my old boss was unbearable, because I can't stand that guy over there. You think you are venting. You think you are building an alliance. Here is what you are actually doing. You are showing your wounds. You are telling people exactly how to get under your skin. If you say, I dislike my ex because she made me feel small, you're telling the listener, I am insecure about my status. You are revealing your trigger buttons. You are showing you are stuck. A man who constantly talks about his past conflicts is a man who is looking backward. Power looks forward. When you dwell on old resentments, you look weak. You look like you haven't conquered the past. You are warning them. If you talk negatively about people you used to be close to, the person listening to you knows that one day you may speak the same way about them. Robert Greene's philosophy makes this brutally clear. If someone is beneath your concern, you do not give them your emotional energy. Complaining is the language of the powerless. When you share your resentments, you carry a bag of emotional poison and dump it on the table. It makes you look bitter. It makes you look unstable. The outlier mindset is different. If someone asks about a person who wronged you, you say, I wish them well, and you move on. This is unsettling to people. It shows a level of detachment that is almost non-human. It shows that you are so focused on your empire that you don't have time to look down at the ants who annoyed your path. Keep that list in your head. Never let it cross your lips. Use your frustration as fuel in the gym, in your business, in your craft. But do not use it in conversation. Silence regarding past conflicts makes you appear invincible. It implies that they didn't affect you enough to even be worth a mention. Item 7. The grand design. Your next big move. This is the final law, and it is the one you will struggle with the most. We all have a grand design. The big dream, the startup idea, the book you want to write, the country you want to move to, the person you want to become, the dopamine hit of telling someone your goal is addictive. You tell them, I'm going to launch a business next month. They say, wow, that's amazing. You feel good. You feel like you've already done it. And that is why you may fall short. Psychologically, when you announce your plans, your brain releases the reward chemicals associated with achieving the plan. You get the satisfaction without the work. Your motivation drops, but strategically it is even worse. When you announce your next move, you allow the world to interfere with it. I'm going to apply for that promotion. Now your rival knows to apply too. Now your boss knows you are looking for more. I'm going to invest in this opportunity. Now your skeptical friend talks you out of it. I'm going to change my life. Now your family reminds you of all the times you struggled before. The grand design is fragile. It is a seed. If you dig up a seed every day to show people it's growing, it dies. It needs the dark. It needs the soil. Move in silence. Do not announce the start. Announce the finish. There is a powerful effect in the sudden reveal. Imagine stepping away for 6 months, working quietly, and then suddenly releasing a project that changes everything. No hype, no talk, just execution. People are stunned. They didn't see it coming. They couldn't interfere because they didn't know it existed. This is the way of the master. The master does not speak of what he will do. He speaks only of what he has done. We have covered the 7 pillars of silence, the ethical red lines, the effort, the exit strategy, the intelligence, the finances, the resentments, the grand design. If you seal these 7 leaks, you stop draining your power. You become a vessel that holds energy rather than spilling it. But knowing what to hide is only half the battle. The real question, the sensitive question is, how do you navigate a world that demands you share? How do you stay strategic without being dishonest? How do you deflect the prying eyes of the people who claim to love you but may still want to influence you? And more importantly, what happens when you realize that the person you need stronger boundaries with is sleeping in the same bed as you? We will now discuss the art of the decoy, how to feed people selective information to satisfy their curiosity while you keep the real substance for yourself. And we will discuss the one exception to these rules, the one type of person you can tell, stay with me. The descent continues. We have established the fortress. We have identified the 7 pillars of information you must protect at all costs. Your ethics, your effort, your exit, your intelligence, your money, your resentments, and your next move. But now we face the practical problem, the human problem. You do not live in a vacuum. You live in a world of prying eyes. Your partner asks, "What are you thinking?" Your boss asks, "What are you working on?" Your friends ask, "How are you doing?" If you answer with silence every time, you become suspicious. You become guarded. If you answer with, "I can't tell you," you create tension. If you answer with the full truth, you weaken your leverage. So how do you navigate this? When you stop sharing these 7 things, you are severing the umbilical cord to society's validation. You are saying, "I do not need you to witness my life for my life to be real." This is intimidating. It is the vertigo of freedom. But it is the only way to become truly powerful. You must become comfortable with being misunderstood. Let them think you are broke. Let them think you are lazy. Let them think you are less informed than you are. Let them think you have no plan. Let them think whatever they want. Their opinions are fleeting. Your results are reality. We live in the age of oversharing, the age of the personal brand, the age of the status update. Everyone is broadcasting their signal. I ate this. I felt this. I'm going here. This creates a high-noise environment, zero signal. By doing the opposite, by practicing strategic silence, you become a low-entropy entity. You become ordered. You become focused. Information is energy. When you scroll endlessly, you are consuming noise. When you overshare, you are leaking vital energy. Stop the leak. Keep your life for yourself. There is a sacredness to the private. When you keep a secret, you honor yourself. You are saying, "This is mine." The world cannot have this. In a world where everything is for sale, be the thing that cannot be bought. Be the thing that cannot be fully known. As you implement this, be prepared for resistance. People will react. "You never talk to me anymore. You're being secretive. You've changed." They will try to pry you open. They will use guilt. They will use frustration. They will use charm. Hold the line. Remember the first rule of power. Control the options. When they demand information, give them the decoy, give them the smile, give them the silence, but never give them the keys. You are building a cathedral, and you do not let the public into the construction site. You only let them in when the roof is on, the candles are lit, and the doors are ready to open. Until then, keep the fences up. We started this journey by acknowledging that vulnerability is a misleading idea sold to you by people who want to lower your defenses. We end it by understanding that silence is the ultimate truth. It is the truth of nature. The predator moves in silence. The root grows in silence. The earth spins in silence. Only the distressed make noise. You have a choice. You can continue to be an open book, readable, predictable, and disposable. Or you can become a tome written in a cipher that only you possess the key to. The path of the outlier is the path of the shadow. It is lonely, it is cold, but it is yours. Nobody can ruin a plan they do not know. Nobody can exploit a weakness they cannot see. Nobody can take a treasure they cannot find. Be the ghost. Be the void. Be the power that no one sees coming until it is too late to respond. If you're still here, you're not like the others. Subscribe if you haven't.